Hi and welcome back, guys. Hope you all are having a great day out there and getting some good sleep. As I know it's getting a little bit trickier out there as we're in exciting times for XRP as we await that next big move past $4 and beyond. But in this video, I want to talk to you about a $1,500 to $2,000 XRP because that's what one individual is saying we are going to have by the end of this year into the beginning of next. So I want to give you my thoughts, my insights on that, as we've here lately talked about a lot about how XRP is designed and destined to be a high value. Also, we've got some big updates I want to get out on your radar, guys. All I ever ask is if you do like talking about XRP, click that like button. Let's get into it. Now, we saw a whale alert last night of 200 million XRP, just over 200 million in XRP move. Now, you'll hear FUD out there sometimes that means a big dump is going to happen for XRP. That's not what that means. It's just something you want to watch because the whales are generally insiders. They know information much sooner than you and I do as retail. And so it's something we want to watch and watch trends very closely on what is actually happening here. Also, we are getting a lot of speculation on whether Jerome Powell is going to resign or not. I know he spoke here earlier today, didn't say much, and then he's going to speak again in 8 days from now. So we'll keep an eye on that. But right now it is speculation, rumors. I know that a lot of people are wanting and anticipating him to leave because if he is to leave and they get someone else in his place, they'll essentially cut the interest rates. We'll see a large amount of value come into this market. As generally speaking, when interest rates are cut, the markets take off with capital, new capital flowing into them. Now, also something very, very big that came out is 4.3 trillion. 4.3 trillion. JP Morgan Bank, which I'm sure you've all heard of JP Morgan, now considering offering loans backed by, wait for it, cryptocurrencies, guys. This is the same JP Morgan that we've watched over the years in the background working on getting set up for this blockchain space that we're moving into, distributed ledger technology, while the CEO goes around telling everyone publicly that cryptocurrency is all a scam, talking about Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies as being a scam and for nothing more than a game of scammers and fraudsters. But yet now they're looking to legitimately offer loans backed by cryptocurrency. And this is exactly why I've been saying, guys, it always works out this way where they will say one thing and do the exact opposite. They know blockchain, cryptocurrencies, distributed ledger technology is the way forward, but they want to get all set up for shop before they go live. And in the meantime, picking up bags of XRP while they tell the public, tell the masses that they're completely against it and it's all for fraudsters. $4.3 trillion JP Morgan now looking to offer loans. And this is another example of why I personally do not plan to sell any of my XRP. I look to leverage XRP for loans to further build out wealth. And again, we're going to be talking more about that as time goes on. Now, one of the biggest thing I wanted to talk about in this video is what Jake Claver has recently said. I know many of you probably heard the name. He's CEO of a financial firm. I've talked to him a couple times, but never about XRP actually. Talking about a $1,500 to $2,000 XRP at the end of this year into the beginning of next. And so a lot of people look at this and like, whoa, what are you talking about? That's crazy. And you know my stance. We're destined to be a high value, a high price for XRP. From the beginning stages, that is what XRP was created to be, of a high value to move large sums of liquidity. And we've talked about that a lot here recently, so I don't want to go too in depth with that. But as we see XRP right now, the market cap above and over what McDonald's is, well, we have to understand this isn't a stock, right? This is a commodity and a currency like USD. And so you won't hear people talking about the market cap of the United States dollar because that's just simply not how you look at a currency. And that's where people are failing to realize what XRP truly is. This is a digital asset that's going to see a massive amount of liquidity flow into it, the likes of which we've never seen. And so comparing a cryptocurrency to a stock and looking solely at the market cap of XRP is going to get a lot of people wrecked, right? Because that is not the way at all we should be looking at it. And so while Jake Claver is taking a look at XRP and saying if certain catalysts, and of course he's mentioned that many times, based off macro factors, if certain catalysts play out, we're going to see a high value at the end of this year into early next. That's what it's all about, guys. This is a global currency. This is a commodity, just like gold. And that's what we have to understand when people get so wrapped up on market cap. And a lot of these individuals that talk about market cap don't understand how it works to begin with, calling for or looking at it at dollar for dollar when we've talked many times about market cap multiplier and how just millions can move the market cap up billions. That's the biggest thing I wanted to drive home though in this video is that we have to take a look at XRP as a currency and a commodity, and then we can start to expand our horizon and thought process on how high the price of XRP can go and why it can get there. And so I just want to put this quick video out for you guys. I appreciate all your support. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Turn on those notification bells if you haven't already, and we will see you all in the next one.